If you're wondering what Nordstrom's new fake muddy pants has to do with your life, then stick around for this morning's motivation. Life is good today. God is blessing, and it's good to be alive today. Well, I want to get into our morning motivation today. And for our morning motivation, I know many of y'all saw the story from the Nordstrom where they made these new pants that cost $425. The muddy pants. Did y'all hear about that? For $425, you can buy muddy pants that make it look like you are a hardworking man. So yes, fellas, you don't have to be a hardworking man anymore. Just go to Nordstrom and buy you some $425 pants. It will make it look like you're a hardworking man, and you don't have to worry about ever being a hardworking man. Man, don't you wish life was just that easy? I don't understand why people want to have the illusion that they're busy and they're working when they're really not. So our quote of the day, we're going to talk about laziness today. This isn't a joke either. They really came out with a pair of pants that made it look like you worked. Google it when you get through here. The muddy, you got to go to work. You got to get me some. No, I work. But anyways, if you don't work and you want people to think you work, then buy those pants from Nordstrom. Well, our morning motivations from Denzel Washington, the quote of the day. And Denzel Washington said, I'd be more frightened by not using whatever abilities I've been given. I'd be more frightened by procrastination and laziness. Thomas Edison said this, we often miss opportunity because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. And we're talking about Thomas Edison, famous inventor, invented many of the things that we still use today. He said many people avoid opportunities. They miss them because it looks like work. That's just going to be too hard for me to do. I can't take that class. I can't read that chapter of Revelation. I can't serve in children's ministry. I can't. Because it looks too hard, right? And they don't want to get dirty. So they want to put the Nordstrom pants on that make it look like they're doing something when they're really not. And the last person that said something about this was Ronald Reagan. And I picked out these three quotes. Here's what Ronald Reagan said. I've heard that hard work never killed anyone, but I say, why take the chance? So today we're going to talk a little bit about laziness. And I hope I don't shave anybody too close today. I know that the tendency of man is towards laziness. They want to make as much money with as little work as possible. And we're going to look at what does Scripture say about this. And there's a sad picture painted of the life of a lazy person in Proverbs chapter 24. And in verse 30 it says this, I passed by the field of a sluggard, and a sluggard is an idle, lazy person, by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns. The ground was covered with nettles, and its stone wall was broke down. Then I saw and considered it. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber and want like an armed man. Now that is a visual description of the life of a lazy man. Practically speaking, if you don't work, if you don't maintain your household, it will fall into disrepair. Just like this man in his field, in his vineyard, he didn't take care of his investment. He didn't take care of his field, his livelihood. He didn't take care of it. It fell apart. And that's how our lives are, guys. If we are lazy and we are unmotivated in our life, we call in sick to work, we don't put in our all in our studies at school, we don't pursue our spiritual growth with vigor and passion, we don't read our Bible, we don't serve at church, things will fall apart in our lives. You don't pursue your passions, the calling God has called you to, it'll just all fall apart. It'd be like this man in his vineyard. And this applies to any area of your life, your relationships with people. If you're known as a lazy person, it's going to affect your relationships with people. It's going to affect your school. It's going to affect your job. It's going to affect your goals. Where do you want to be in 5 years? If you're a lazy person, you can't answer that. Or you can answer it by putting on those $400 pants and making it look like you're going to reach your dreams and reach your goals, but you're really not going to put the hard work in. You can never reach your goals without hard work. And I know this from personal experience, going to college and being a dad and a husband and being in a wheelchair. On top of all that, to go to college was hard work. But I had that goal, I had that dream, I had that vision that God had given me. And it motivated me to work. And it can motivate you to work as well, getting the big picture of your goals. And it can also, laziness can affect your hobbies. Well, I'd like to cook better. I'd like to learn how to garden. I'd like to do this, that, and another. That's how people, they say that, but they don't want to put in the hard work to learn how to cook better, to learn how to do that hobby that they want to do. But I want to focus more specifically on your spiritual life today. If you are a lazy person and you don't pick up your Bible every day, you don't pray, you don't put in the effort, you don't, hey Yvonne, go to church consistently, you don't want to serve in the church, it's going to hinder your growth spiritually. And you're going to be like that man with the vineyard in your spiritual life. You're not going to be growing, you're not going to be learning, and you're not going to be used of God. Now you got that $400 pair of pants on. People think you're hardworking in your spiritual life, but in reality, are you? Colossians 3:23 says this, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. So we're not just asking you, are you working hard so that other people will see you? Are you wearing that $425 pair of pants so that people can see that you're a hardworking man? Or are you working hard for the Lord and not just to be recognized and to be seen of men? Now, I don't know about your life this morning. I hope that your life isn't like this field and vineyard of this lazy man in Proverbs chapter 24. If it is, don't fear. You can change that reality today. And I want to motivate you to do so. Here are four action steps that I think that we can take today if we're struggling with motivation and laziness. Number one, determine if laziness and procrastination is hurting productivity in your life. Look at your life, your work life, your family life, your spiritual life. Is laziness and procrastination affecting your life? Determine that. Number two, begin making a list of tasks, goals, projects, and things that you need to do or would like to complete. If you have a hard time during the day being motivated, make a list of all your tasks, everything that you would like to do today, everything that you need to do, and when you do those things, check them off. There's even some apps you can get for your phone that will help increase your productivity so that you get your tasks done. If you don't know what you need to do, you're not going to get it done. So make sure you do that. Number 3, look for places in your church to get busy serving the Lord. One sure cure for spiritual laziness is getting involved in church, especially as a Sunday school teacher. Because Sunday school teachers have to study. They need to be in the scriptures. Pastors, teachers, other ministry people need to be in the Word. So that's a good cure for laziness. And number 4, now this is not a spiritual one. Make necessary changes in your physical behavior, such as diet, hydration, exercise, and adequate sleep. Because some of the things that can cause your laziness is your physical behavior, your diet, what you're eating, what you're drinking. Are you exercising? Are you sleeping enough? If you get something wrong in your physical life, it's going to cause laziness. You're going to be too tired to be productive at work, too tired to be productive at school, too tired to put in enough effort in your relationships with other people. So there are some action steps for us to take today, and I hope that it was an encouragement to you. I hope that your life isn't like the life of the lazy man in Proverbs, but don't fear. If it is, make that change today. Well, I hope you guys have a great day today. Tomorrow is Friday. Hope that you're looking forward to that. And till tomorrow, see you at 8:30 tomorrow morning. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And may He make His face continue to shine upon you. See y'all.